I recently made a video on a bout of depression that I went through. And recently, just life has been so colorful and happy. And it just makes you think about the cyclical nature of life. It goes through these periods of booms and busts. Great nations and countries do the same. Nothing always stays good forever. Because if something was good forever, then what is good? The only way that you're able to contrast your happiness and understand it is to know moments when you're very sad and depressed. And to get happiness for free, that's impossible. You know, I go to the conservation of mass, or conservation of energy. The law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. Mass cannot be created or destroyed. It just transforms into various forms. And I think this is directly applicable to the discussion of happiness or sadness, or joy and pain, winning, losing. You know, there's this saying I really like from this conservation of mass is there's no free lunch. You know, there's always a catch. When you convert your energy to one form, it's taking away from another. You can't just expect everything to be transmuted into happiness without there being a point in the future where it'll be sadness. The contrast is necessary. A past girlfriend, the saying that resonated with her, very similar in vein, is fractions. It's whatever you do to the top, you gotta do the bottom. Similar point. And I feel this a lot in terms of my own dopamine, where there's a lot to unpack actually with respect to dopamine. But for one, after a great night out with your friends, laughing, giggling, having fun, I've noticed, because I've been very cognizant of my mind, I've noticed that when I come home to riding that dopamine high, I come inside and I kind of crash. It's like I'm riding this high, and my brain, as soon as I get home, boom, crash. I want to reach for my phone to get some more dopamine hits. I just feel sad because it's like the night's over. We had such a good time. I want it to go on forever. But I think that's just our physiology. It's a necessary low after the unbelievable high. You can't stay on that high forever. It feels like you want to, but the low is needed. The low actually lets you reset, recharge. It's almost a signal to your brain that you exuded all this energy on the night out. It's time for you to rest. It's time for you to recharge and get a good night's sleep. And you can do it again tomorrow, sure. But you need to experience this low in order to then experience another high. And going back to what I would, You know, I still get caught with it sometimes after a fun time. Like last night, came home, watched a bunch of reels. You know, I'm not proud of that. It's not every night, but it's because it's like you're on the come down and you want to still capture and maintain the dopamine peak. So you go to what's free. You go to the reels and you can scroll through them to get these little dopamine peaks to keep you up. But then it just means that the crash is gonna be all harder. Because if you just let it crash initially and go through it, you'll be fine on the other side. One just like a bout of depression. You know, in that video, I think I talked about just kind of waiting it out, knowing that this cyclical nature of my mind it'll come back. And I'll come out of it. And sure enough, I did. I kind of know myself at this point, the patterns that I need to go through in order to exist well. Because now in the high periods, like, it's very colorful. Like, life is awesome. I wouldn't want it any other way. Because I can't imagine living at a point where I'm constantly at this high. Like, there needs to be these moments of releases. So I encourage you to think about them, what they are for yourself. Like, where are these moments where you release? It's probably most like when you come home, when you get in the door, you just let go. And then the other point is, the contrast of, I guess, winning or losing is another very easy example. You know, what does it even mean to win? By definition, winning is not losing. So, there's this dependency. You need to be able to define what it means to lose in order to win. So you need both of them to exist at once, or else the game is pointless. When you play a game and there's actually no risk of losing at all, there's no risk of losing at all. Is that even a fun game? Is that game even enjoyable? You probably just want to stop playing at a point because you recognize suddenly, I am just winning all the time. Well, I guess there's no challenge. You know, if I played a board game with my friends and I just known that I could win, how fun is it? Consider Magnus Carlsen, chess player, unbelievable player. He is the best in the world by a wide margin, could beat anybody, period. I think the most interesting thing that I've noticed over the years, I hope it's true, I believe it is, he's moved away from strict classical movements in the game. And he's been enjoying playing these new moves that get the opponent and the whole game into an entirely different scenario where you actively have to think. He puts his position in a place where there's uncertainty builds so that he could feel the joy of kind of fighting for the win. Because otherwise, it's clear as day that he was getting bored of chess. He stepped down from being the world chess champion at a certain point. He, you know, he just stopped entirely. But I think it's because he acknowledged his domination. Such a harsh word, but like he acknowledged that he would just win. Point being, when you also fail in life, like these are necessities for when you win. The failures are just part of feeling when you like they're just part of the journey for when you feel like you won. It's all good. Winning, losing, failing, whatever, depression, happiness, joy, sadness. It's all serves you. It's all good. And it all balances itself out. These dualities of life. I'm Matthew. Peace out. Gotta do some thesis writing.